Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the Targaryens of the East campaign here in Crusader Kings 2 with the Game of Thrones mod. Of course, calling this campaign the Targaryens of the East is a bit misleading at this point because we are now the Targaryens of the South and of the West. However, we're not the Targaryens of the Middle, so that's a thing. So I've been thinking, obviously, quite a lot in between this episode and the previous one, what exactly I was going to do with this new and interesting situation we have found ourselves in here. And I think I've decided that we're just going to roll with it. I feel like if I decided to give up on the 7 kingdoms that I sort of accidentally inherited here, I would get too much hate in the comment section, and I have decided then to keep it. And we are now going to transition to becoming basically just, you know, the Targaryens of everywhere, as I pointed out in the intro. So this is going to be quite interesting, but I think that this can also be quite interesting because we are going to be ruling Westeros in a very different fashion than a normal ruler of the Iron Throne would rule. Because what I'm going to start the episode by doing is very simple. I'm going to go into the 7 kingdoms and I'm going to abolish it. And just like that, Emperor Jacaerys of the Dragonglass Throne has destroyed the title 7 Kingdoms of the Iron Throne. Well, some might definitely disagree with that decision, but I don't know. I feel like I want this to be different. I don't want to be just another random king of the Iron Throne. I want our lovely little dynasty and our adventure here to have meant something different. And in line with that, I know that the name the Dragonglass Throne got a lot of hate in the comment section. But I felt like it made sort of sense at the time because we were playing as sort of a kingdom that was trying to model itself after what had been achieved in Westeros, with a couple of exceptions, of course. The general sort of ideological idea that the Targaryens should rule all and everything. Every noble should be Targaryen. Targaryen and noble should be synonymous. Of course, there was only so many Targaryens, so we could only put Targaryens in control over the high lordships, the Lord Paramounts, but still, at least we did that. So even if a bunch of lesser lords are of random houses, but they have cancer because, you know, the gods do not approve of non-Targaryen nobles. That is the way. I really feel like the Valyrian gods have made their opinion clear here. The Targaryens are meant to rule the world. They were the last surviving great house of Old Valyria for a reason, and that is because the Targaryens alone shall rule all the things. Well, most of the things. We'll see how far we'll get in this campaign. And in going with that, I think it's time to once more rename our empire. I have grown quite fond of our little custom empire here, so I don't want to just become, you know, the boring-ass Valyrian Empire. I feel like, I don't know, there's a billion new Valyria campaigns on YouTube. You can go watch them if you want. Or not. Once again, it's all up to you. My point is, I will take some inspiration from history, and there we are. We are now officially the Targaryen Empire. Straightforward, very simple. We are neither the Iron Throne, we are neither Old Valyria, we're something new entirely. We are the heirs of both the glory of Old Valyria and the glory of the Iron Throne, but we are a combination. We are simply the Targaryen Empire, rulers of all and everything. Well, not really all and everything right now, but, you know, it's good to know that there's some good stuff ahead of us, you know, some good fun things that we can get along with. So yeah. Hopefully you guys will be reasonably satisfied with that decision. Once again, I'm not really able to check the comment section about, well, what you guys actually would want me to do here. Because I've only uploaded 8 episodes, or, I don't know, once again, I'm not going to go check. Something like that. I guess I could have asked in the Discord, which you should totally join, and I really need to make a dedicated Discord announcement video before Orwellian Enthusiast, the primary mod on the Discord, bans me from my own Discord. But yeah, but I felt like if I asked people what I was going to name my empire after I accidentally inherited the Seven Kingdoms, that would kind of spoil the entire series, because I feel like this is one of the most interesting twists on this entire playthrough. So that's why I decided not to do that. For those who didn't check out the previous episode, you should, but the basic story on how we got the Iron Throne is that, well, I'm not going to go over it in details because I barely understand it, but basically, of course, we started out, our first character that we played as was the Rogue Prince, King Daemon, who was the brother of the King of the Iron Throne. He himself never was able to inherit. In the lore, he kind of wanted to, but of course we went a different way in our playthrough. We set out to forge something new and unique for our lovely King Daemon. But because of what I can only assume is the Great Spring Sickness, all the people ahead of us in the succession died, and so that's how we inherited this empire. Of course, not only that, but the person who took the throne was a random bastard daughter of... Shit, like, it was this queen, right? Jaina the Tormentor? Yeah, she was the king or queen of the Seven Kingdoms. She was... yeah. Our grandfather... yeah, I'm already forgetting who we are and how this all works. Basically, some random bastard relative swooped in, conquered the Seven Kingdoms because it had been usurped by the honorable Starks of all people. The Starks, that was a bad mistake for them. Like, they no longer even rule the North. The North is now ruled by the Manderleys, a completely random Manderley who believes in a rather hardcore version of the old gods, which is hilarious because the Manderleys, of course, are former Southern. They came from down in the Reach and were therefore one of the few houses in the north to follow the faith of the Seven. But somehow, I have no idea how this happened, they became beyond the wall old gods. So, you know. Although the heir to the north is in fact a person with the faith of the Seven. The guy is sick though, he has cramps. So what does that mean for the inheritance? Daemon Manderley. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but you can see a bunch of people. Yeah, the dreaded plague. And I also googled it. I am pretty confident at this point that it was the Great Spring Sickness, because in the lore, or in the history of Westeros and presumably the whole world of Ice and Fire, the Great Spring Sickness hit Westeros between 1009 and 209, not 1009, 209 and 210 AC. And as a result killed a bunch of people. There hasn't been much about it in the books, I think. Only mentions, because even in the books, the prequel books about Dunk and Egg, they were hanging out. Were they hanging out in Dorne? Yeah, they were in Dorne for the duration of the plague. Right, they were in Dorne and then they went to the Reach, and that's where the book took place. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself, trying to ensure myself that I am indeed a glorious, all-knowing person about the lore of this stuff. Another thing that I've been doing in between episodes is watching the season finale of season 7 of Game of Thrones, and I feel like I'm gonna give our glorious king, or our glorious emperor, Jacaerys of the Targaryen Empire back his hair. After all, I think episode... is this really all the fucking hair? Now, there we are. Maybe that's a bit too much. Why do they only give the hairstyles of the most basic Ck2 hairstyles you can get. But I think we're going to give our Emperor back his hair, because I think in the in the last episode of the season 7, and in the whole season in general, I think we have proven that Targaryens can definitely be glorious, even if they lack the proper hair color of the Targaryen family. Fuck, the guy in question does not even have the eyes. Although I guess that was primarily for plot convenience. So, I mean, I told you guys I wasn't going to spoil, or I was totally going to spoil all the things, but I guess I'll keep my mouth shut on that for those who, for some ungodly reason, is watching this random episode of a Let's Play in the Game of Thrones mod without actually having watched or read the Game of Thrones series. Anyways, there's some serious reorganization that we need to do here. We have way too many lands now. We have, well, not way too many vassals, but we have too many vassals, and that is definitely going to be a challenge moving forward, because I feel like that is something we are definitely going to be doing here. I want to keep realm authority at max, because it seems that so far anyways, the massive civil wars where the realm breaks apart and all of that shit have basically been stopped by having realm authority at max. Which is one of the, well, maybe the main reason that I wanted to disband the Iron Throne, because it said, well, I should probably have shown that before I destroyed it, but it said that the loss of the Iron Throne would apply in the Targaryen Empire, and that was unacceptable, of course. I mean, for many reasons. Like, we can't have, obviously we must have legalized slavery. After all, we are not some filthy Westerosi Targaryens, we are proper Valyrian Targaryens. So it is only righteous that that's how that works. Also, we have a claim on Lazar. Oh, right, because of the inbreeding. Right. Yeah, but that's not much of a concern of mine, I should say. We are at war, though, which is interesting. So it's... we're just in this random war? Like, who are you? Okay, so for some reason we're involved in this random civil war. But what that tells me, though, is that we don't have to care about this, because honestly, why would we? It's a war that concerns me not. At the end of the day, it's just some bullshit Republican people trying to fight some other Republican people. Well, triarchy. It's still not feudal. Anything that's not feudal should be burned alive by my dragon. So that's how that works. But yeah, we need to reorganize a bit, and we are basically, well, I'm pretty confident we're going to be facing a civil war any day, basically, because I assume that the lords of Westeros do not like me very much now. This ugly little Oakheart of the Westerlands and the Riverlands, the stupid Manderleys, who, honestly, I'm surprised how much they like me. I don't even know how that works. Opinion of predecessor, right, because that is an interesting thing, because the predecessor, of course, in this case is the random bastard that conquered the 7 kingdoms, and hilariously enough, she conquered the 7 kingdoms as a bastard, but then used the power of a king, or a queen in this case, to legitimize herself, which I think is one of the great stories of this playthrough. Which was good for us, of course, because that's how, that's how we inherited this or these kingdoms. So, but I'm pretty proud of her, because she was a woman of my own, I guess, ideas and ideology. You can see here down in Dorne, she actually placed down a loyal Essos Valyrian with Valyrian religion, proper, fully bred Valyrian dipshit, Tarthaeon, who loves us because he loved our predecessor so much. So, look at that. Abomination of incest, plus 20. Brilliant meme. But yeah, I'm gonna do some reorganization off screen. Although, I don't know, it's an interesting question. We have quite a lot of nice, like, crown lands, if you will, over here. The only problem is they're not very valuable. And I've kind of come to I've come to like the idea of having my capital in Valyria. Even if I'm forced to recognize that it is not the optimal capital, because it has very few holdings. And I know you guys in the comment section did not approve of my capital here, but I like it. I like that it's like, we're sitting here on our island while all the plebs are off everywhere else. So I feel like we have to keep King's Landing, but other than that, I don't know how much else I will keep. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can get rid of these 4 random provinces. Like, I'm thinking as well, we should really make a crown lands vassal. Especially, it might make sense to give it to the branch of the Targaryen family hanging out in Dragonstone. Or not, actually. They're just on this island. It's called of Dragonstone, but they're not actually of Dragonstone. Let's let a day pass just so we can get the... Oh, my great aunt is dead. I don't like it, but she really does deserve a funeral. She really does. Like, there are so many people who have to pay, or yeah, you know what? All the lords and memes are invited. She was quite awesome, so I feel like she deserves that. But I really need to figure out, like, you're not sick or anything, are you? Is the sickness here? Oh, it is definitely here. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, Westeros is burning. Westeros is dying. This is hilarious. Or, wait, what? But yeah, anyways, you need to, like, I can't have this little shithead be the Faith of the Seven, though. That is unacceptable. So, assign Guardian. You should be guarded by... Why not? You don't like me, is that it? Well, what if I do it? Excuse me? Like, this is the flaw of Ck2. You can't actually have proper diplomacy with people. Like, I wish I could tell this stupid kid, like, hey man, if you just convert to some random gods, then I'll give you like a bunch of lord, like I'll make a dedicated Lord Paramount title just for you. And he's like, I'm stupid. Well, I guess it has to be that way in order to provide challenge. Nah, he's just not. He's just not into it. Actually, though, what I can probably do is I can just give it to him. I can just give him some awesome title, and presumably he will then like me so much that I can educate him. Who is the heir here, anyways? Visera Targaryen. That is a bit worrying. Really, what I need to do is I need I need more Targaryens. The very thing that gave me all of these titles also gave me the problem where there are no longer any real Targaryens to give land to. So that is very much a problem. I don't know. I decided to take the easy route out, the easy way out, and just create the Kingdom of the Crown Lands and give it to him. Actually, can I rename it? Because I feel like the Crown Land, the Crown Lands are not. It's not a very appropriate name for a region that is definitely not the Crown Lands. It's just another, you know, Lord Paramountcy or High Lordship. Still, why is there not a proper name for that? Tell me in the comments if there actually is a proper name for that. Alright, I decided to go with the whole Dragonstone thing. And so we have the Dragon Field. Or Dragon Fields? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I gave it to my son, by the way, who for some reason decided to put his capital over in Longward Hall instead of King's Landing. I'm not sure what he decided and like why he decided to do that of all things, but he's a 1-year-old kid without a regent, so I guess we'll have to tolerate his stupidity. And who knows, maybe we'll end up playing as him. Although I kind of hope we don't, because whenever you give your kids land, you don't get to control them the same way anymore, which is annoying. But from my experience, my like whenever some kid does not have Valyrian features, they are basically immortal until they get of age, and so it is righteous that he will be, or, you know, or it is probable that he will be the next emperor. So, ooh, my wife just picked up a dragon. A very good dragon at that. Wife, can we be friends, actually? Should we maybe like each other? There we are. Good. Sweet. Empress Major. Reasonably young. Yes, yes. She's a liberator, which is... she's sort of the... It looks like Daenerys Targaryen came a bit early. And is not called Daenerys, but, you know. I don't know. That's the way of alternate history. So what is this? Are you already being invaded by whoever now? Increase council power? Well, obviously I'll ask him to stand down. Yeah. Fuck off, you cunt. Yeah, who like, see body? Right, this is, okay, this is some entirely different dude. Oh no! My kinsman has cancer. And he was such a promising child. Genius, attractive. But he was too young. And now the people of Yunkai will inherit these lands. That used to be a problem, but now it's kind of okay actually, because I need to limit the amount of vassals I have. My cousin. Wait, so you're telling me we have an unmarried Targaryen cousin? And you of all people want that one? Lord what now? Of where now? I don't know. This must be some Targaryen meme lord that I did not place down there. No, but I'll remember who this person is. Can I marry her to me? Or does that not work? Do I have any wives I can ditch? Actually, no, my wives are fine. This one is getting a bit old, but she's quick. So, I think we'll need to see if we can breed one more child with her before we start fucking our cousins. Ooh, the great sickness is ravaging the free cities. Is that so? Favor the... I don't care. Is it really... Are the free cities really being ravaged by plague though? Because... I mean, technically, that doesn't sound very right, but you know. Memes are memes. Also, there's revolts happening, but you know, I'm dealing with them. Don't worry about it. Ooh, an aunt. Maybe we should fuck our aunt. Get it? Because of the last episode of Game of Thrones. Episode 7 of Season 7. Right? 10 out of 10 joke. The funeral. And so the funeral for our glorious aunt, speaking of aunts, is done. Ooh! Fuck yeah! Okay, Otharies. A name that started out as a cruel joke is slowly turning into one of the, you know, hallmarks of a great emperor in our family. I love it. Alright, it's time to start clearing up the problematic existence of Stormlander, Faith of the Seven, essentially non-Valyrian people in Westeros. So we're going to, quote-unquote, imprison this guy. We revealed the plot from him because of our intrigue focus that I took. Also, I have another kid, so that's a thing. But yeah, I'm going to quote-unquote try and imprison him, which obviously will fail, but that's sort of the point, isn't it? I'll try and imprison him. He will be like, oh no, rebellion! And then I'll raise the troops, and he will presumably die. He will die. Like, what do you have troops? Oh no, 10,000. Yeah, no. This new little high lordship I created, they have more troops than this guy, so I think we'll be fine. Here even comes Dorne to help. Dorne does not have a good navy though, so guess the Kingslander navy. Yeah, there we are. That's a good navy. Also, it looks like the dipshit finally changed his capital. Good on you, you little 2-year-old. Or presumably this random regent. So, good. Ah, fuck off. God damn it, now we have cramps. It's because... I'm so stupid. I am leading troops. Oh my god. Ah, now we're going to play as a 6-year-old. No. Yeah, so we just caught the plague. So we really need to wrap this. Yeah, like use your shadow magic. Seriously, I don't want to die. Cut my feet off. Oh, health +1. Whoop de fucking do. Seriously. And now we have another rebel. Well, not another rebel, but another reinforcement. I don't even know. Where are these rebels even? God damn it. I don't even know. Yep. It's not like I saw that coming at all. We have the plague. God damn it. Here I am, just sitting around casually inheriting all of the 7 kingdoms. And and then I completely fuck up and just give myself the plague. Jesus Christ, wife, don't be here. Actually, oh my, oh. Seriously, what the fuck? What am I doing? The fuck is this? Well, of course I have the plague. Oh my god. You know what? I think we're gonna end on that little cliffhanger there. We were supposed to pause the game. Jesus Christ. Experimental treatment. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, if this goes quickly, let's see what she can do. Do some shadow binder magic now. If you don't do it right now, I'll end the stupid episode. I'm now severely injured and I'm one-eyed. Dude, even I can see that the disease is in my skin. Didn't you watch the grayscale episode of Game of Thrones where they just cut it all off and you're fine? Did you learn nothing? It's not in the eye. The eye is one of the few Targaryen features that I have. Don't take this away from me. Oh my god. Alright, so is that it then? Oh yeah, Dragon Rider. How did you get a dragon? Rat? Okay. Who even are you? Republic? Right, because he's the... Okay, well, that's fine. I don't know. I'm done with this episode. We're gonna end it here. And I will see you in the next episode. And we will see how this whole bullshittery ends. Wait. Holy shit! The fucking absolute madman cured me of my plague. We might just still live. I'm very severely injured though. Hunting. Ah, crap. Well, there goes that opportunity to get health. Oh well then. We'll just have to pray to the gods of Valyria. And hope that this whole meme sorts itself out. So, thanks so much for watching this episode. And until next time, bye.